is Joe and Kola with OKRaw.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you. We're here outside Chicago, actually, at Lifetime Athletic. This is a big, huge, super giant gym. They got like a swimming pool and rock climbing wall and a yoga room and like a whole big like room of fitness equipment. But why I'm here today is to meet up with a friend of mine, Mike Velocity. And he's been eating a fruit-based diet for 6 years now. And what he's gonna do today is deadlift 3 times his body weight. This is a feat that many people just can't do. Nonetheless, somebody that doesn't eat any meat or any protein supplements or protein powders. Next, let's go ahead and go upstairs and see Mike warming up, and then finally deadlift 3 times his body weight and see if he can do it. All right, so you guys saw Mike warm up. Now he's gonna go for it. 445-pound deadlift. The bar's 45 pounds, and you guys can see he's got a 45-pound weight. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got 2 10 pounds on this side. Going over the other side here, guys, we got the same thing. We got a 45, 45, 45, 45, and 2 10s. Total of 445 pounds. Mike is a measly 148 pounds. Raw vegan fruit eater.
Yep.
Let's see how he's gonna be able to lift 3 times his body weight right here.
According to Men's Fitness magazine, to do this, double your body weight once is considered beastly. So I'm going for 3 times beastly right here. So, all right, let's do this. And then if I can get this, I'll try to 465 I'll go for, or 475. My projected one-time max should be around like 475, 485. So next Woodstock, 500 pounds. So that's what I'm aiming for.
All right, so Mike just completed a 445-pound lift, and we're gonna go ahead and talk to him so that you guys can learn how he is able to lift this so much without eating any meat.
No, not for 10 years. So, and I've been eating a fruit-based diet for close to 6 years right now. So just fruit during the day, big salad at night, a little bit of nuts and seeds, and that's it. So.
All right, Mike, let's talk and learn more. So now we're with Mike Velocity. Mike, how did that lift go for you?
It felt really good. I wanted to do more, but yeah, just gotta catch a flight. So
I gotta catch my flight in a little bit. But hey, Mike, you know, so how often do you deadlift? Is that like a one-time shot? Could anybody that's eating fruit just do what you've just done?
No, you gotta do a lot of training for that. So it took me about like a little bit less than 2 years to get that.
So Mike, in 2 years, you're able to deadlift literally 3 times your weight. Now, can a standard person like eating like meat and protein supplements, will they be able to accomplish this in 2 years? Seems kind of short to me.
I don't know. There's a couple of websites out there that are saying, well, it's going to take multiple years to get where you're at that I'm at right now. So, you know, I've been able to accomplish it. And actually, I did get it like about a little bit less, more than a year. I got it. So 440, and I was like 148 or something at the time. But yeah, I've actually seen nobody have ever progressed this fast.
Wow, amazing. So I want you guys all to know that, you know, the cool thing about Mike is that he does not eat any meat, any protein powders, any dairy, any eggs, no bacon, no cheese, no chicken, no fish, none of that stuff.
Not for 10 years. And I've been eating the fruit-based diet. Basically, it's just fruit during the day, big salad at night, a little bit of nuts and seeds. It's a condiment. and I've been doing that for about 6 years right now.
So Mike, what do you think your secret is? I mean, the fruit and vegetable based diet has really enabled you to be able to be superhuman and have almost superhuman strength there?
Well, I mean, you have to really work hard and be consistent with your workouts. That's number one. Another thing is that I don't get that sick like I used to. I used to get colds and flus and things like that. And if you're consistent with your workout, you're not being hungover or having the flu or something. You're not going to be able to lift weights as much. So that's one thing that's making me more consistent. So I've been almost injury free for the last 4 or 5 years. So.
Now, have you found out that your recovery time is better actually on a fruit and vegetable based diet?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it still takes me a little bit of while to recover from a workout, just like just how I was before. But I was a lot younger, and I should have been able to recover a lot faster. So I'm about there. I notice like when I'm working out, it doesn't feel as strenuous as what it used to be. Definitely. So it's strange. I did like 100 one-handed push-ups when I was doing it. It didn't seem like I was like dying or something. I think I feel less overheated on this diet.
Why don't we talk about protein real quick, Mike? If you think about it, where does a cow get its protein, right? The cow eats grass, or should be eating grass. Many cows are eating GMO corn and soy, and they get their protein from GMO corn and soy. And we're just actually eating the plant foods that the animals would get to get our protein. So do you really get enough protein on a vegan fruit-based diet?
Yeah, I do. So you don't really need that much protein. I've read that you only need like 3.25% of your calorie intake from protein, which is you get that from eating just bananas. And then if you throw in the leafy greens can be up to 15 up to 30%. And nuts and seeds are about sesame seeds are about 11%. Things like that. So definitely gets up in protein. It might sound small, the amount of protein that you get like in one banana, but in a whole course of a day, it adds up. So if you have 3,000 calories worth of just oranges, you're getting about 72 grams of protein right there. So that's not even counting the greens too.
Wow. So if you don't want to eat all fruit and vegetable diet, I always encourage you, and as Mike would, to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables and minimize all the other stuff like the processed foods. So Mike, if somebody out there is watching this and they want to add I want to add one fruit that's going to make me stronger, what would you say that is?
If I were to test one food for strength, put it in like a study and see if it would affect strength, I would say watermelon. There's some very interesting things with watermelon. A lot of bodybuilding supplements, they put this ingredient, citrulline, which expands the blood vessels. It gets more blood going. Actually, they use it for
yeah, I know.
You know exactly.
Yeah,
mild erection dysfunctions. So another thing cool with watermelon is that if you're doing deadlifts outside or running a lot, is that especially in the summer months, it's got lycopene, and lycopene prevents sunburn by up to 45%.
Wow.
So that's a little. I think there's other things in watermelon that we have not discovered, but that would be one of my top fruits. And by the way, it's got quite a bit of protein. It's about 7% of the calories come from protein too. So wow. It adds up.
Wow, cool, Mike. So another thing I know many of you guys might be thinking is, does that guy Mike take a raw protein supplement powder? Because they have all these different, vegan, plant-based protein, like rice protein, hemp protein. What are your thoughts on these protein supplements in a bag and even if it's raw and whatnot? Do we really need that stuff, Mike?
No, we don't. And it's really unnecessary. It's really expensive. You're just basically wasting your money on that.
So what are the problems with some eating excess protein, especially animal protein?
Oh, well, one thing, eating a lot of animal protein will cause acidity in the body. And eating fruits and vegetables help to, create more alkaline. To less cancer, less heart disease, less kidney problems. But definitely stay away from the meat, dairy, and eggs and things like that. It's a lot of cholesterol, and you don't want to get heart disease. So they say that one of the number one causes of heart disease is cholesterol. And you're supposed to get under 200. Mine's 98. I'm not going to be dying from heart disease. I talked to the best cardiologist in Chicago. I sent him my lipid panel. And he's like, wow, you got one of the best lipid panels I've ever seen. So you want to do it for your health. I mean, you could lift weights and eat any kind of diet. Well, and not any kind of diet, but you know what I mean. But you're going to be saving your life eating fruits and vegetables.
Totally agree. I mean, both Mike and I got into eating a fruit and vegetable based diet for our health. When I was younger, I almost actually lost my life, and Mike actually had some challenges with sinuses and whatnot. And there's many people that usually get into a fruit and vegetable based diet for your health, but as you just saw, Mike, literally deadlift 3 times his weight. There's so many other benefits of a fruit and vegetable based diet besides healing your body, besides being able to lift 3 times your body weight. People that are into fruit and vegetables have a much better strength to body ratio. So it's like those world class lifters in the Olympics. They're not some big hunked up dudes on steroids. They're some thin dudes like this kicking ass. I'm sure one of these days, man, if Mike really trains up a lot, he might even be in the Olympics. But
weightlifting, that's awesome.
But anyways, there's so many benefits, and we have our other friend Mike Arnstein. Is into ultra marathons, and he's won multiple ultra marathons, running hundreds of miles at a time on nothing but fruits and vegetables.
And he runs a 4.5 minute mile. I don't know anybody else in person that I met do that before.
Yeah, I mean, your performance will go through the roof. You're going to be healthier than ever. And, in the end, I want to encourage you guys to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. And you're going to write a book too, Mike, one of these days? I mean, I'm sure all the weightlifters want to know how you do it exactly and have a guide book to do this.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get that done by next year's Woodstock Fruit Festival. I do have a book out right now. It's a recipe book. It's Fruit and Strength, the ultimate salad dressing and ice cream sauce recipe book out. So it's only like $7 too. So it's awesome. It's the best salad dressings. I don't really make a lot of recipes, but I usually make a salad dressing at the end of the night. So these are the best salad dressings I've used in the last 6 years. So,
Mike, if somebody could get a hold of you, how can they learn more about you and your work?
Yeah, you can check out my YouTube channel, Fruit and Strength. I'm going to be having a website up called Fruit and Strength. So fruit, the letter N, strength.com. That'll be coming up pretty soon. And so I'm going to be at the Woodstock Fruit Festival. We're both going to be at the Woodstock Fruit Festival. Definitely check us out. Get a lift in with me. It'll be awesome. So a lot of good things. I'm going to be doing a lecture and a recipe class there too, and salad dressings.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll be doing a bunch of classes there too on food preparation and all kinds of cool stuff. Be sure to check out Mike on his YouTube channel, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more information about a plant-based, raw fruit and vegetable-based diet. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time. And remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best. All right, this is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you, and this one's simply how I roll. So I just got out of the Los Angeles Produce